Hey Brand Adventures, it's Zombie Girl here, and today we're going to be doing a new foundation video, and this is a whole new routine for me. I'm going to be using two new products that I wanted to tell you about. The first one is the NYX Honey Do Me Up, and like I said, I'll tell you a little bit more during the video. And then I'm using a new foundation. You guys know I change up my foundation a lot just because I'm weird and I like to try different ones. This is the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Total Coverage Foundation. And this one is in the color Sun Beige. So that's the two new products that I'll be using that you've never seen me use before. And I just wanted to tell you, quickly that I'm trying these new things. So I'm excited to show you because I love how my makeup is turning out lately. I feel so much more confident and I don't know, I'm just enjoying my makeup and it's really fun for me. So if you guys enjoy, please go ahead and leave a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. We are at 200 subscribers and that's amazing. At the end of the video, I will tell you I have a little something coming up, a little something special for my subscribers, but you have to stay through the whole video to find out. Alright guys, I hope you enjoy this new foundation routine. So I'm using a brand new primer, new to me, it's not new to the store, and this is the NYX Honey Do Me Up Primer. This has become my new obsession. I love this stuff. As you can see, I hope you can see, there's little flakes. It looks like gold flakes. They are awesome to look at, but besides that, this is also a natural antiseptic. It has gold flakes to increase skin radiance and collagen for smoother skin. I've said it before in one of my Makeup New Diaries videos, but any kind of primer with collagen will fill in lines. So if you have wrinkles, maybe you have, like me, you have acne scars that you need to fill up, and just spots that you kind of want to look smooth, primers with collagen will help you do that. So we're gonna go ahead and start with this primer. This stuff smells like floral and kind of like medicine in my opinion. Like what a honey cough drop would smell like. Yeah, that's the best way for me to describe it. But it's not, for me, it's not unpleasant. I love the way it smells. And it does feel a little bit sticky when you're putting it on. I guess this is kind of like a video where I kind of tell you about something new that I'm trying. I've used it a couple times obviously, but I will walk you through the fact that this stuff, it feels like it pulls my skin and lifts in a good way, and it feels a little sticky, so you do have to wait for it to dry a little bit before you go ahead and apply anything else on your face. But like any moisturizer or primer, you're gonna want to do that anyway. Let it sit for just a little bit, or I do that. Everybody doesn't have to do that, but I do it. So yeah, I'm gonna let this primer sit for a little bit until it doesn't feel sticky anymore. But my face already feels like beautiful. It feels like it's lifting. It feels really fresh. I love this primer. It's amazing. I just love it so much. I don't know if I'll be using any other primer in the future. Alright, so next I'm gonna go in with my new foundation obsession, and that's the L'Oreal Infallible Total Cover Foundation, and this is in the color Sun Beige. I'm not sure if this is my exact color, but I like it. So, I mean, you be the judge. With these lights on, it'll probably look different. I'm sure someone will tell me, but I like it. One thing that doesn't change about this routine is I'm still using a moistened beauty blender. It just works for my skin. So I'm gonna go ahead and start I'm gonna work in sections. So I'm gonna work on this side of my face. I think it's important to note that whenever I'm going in with my foundation, to put a little bit at a time. You can always add more, but if you add too much, you're gonna end up with some of your skin looking more cakey than the other. And I mean, nobody wants to look cakey, but you also don't want to look like you dashed a bunch on one side and then on the other side you kind of just want a little more sheer. So I think it's best to use little bits. I always put a little bit onto the back of my hand and then I pick it up with my beauty blender or your brush or your fingers, whatever you use to apply, and you just go in sections. I think even if you're not going to do exactly this foundation routine, that doing it in sections has really helped me up my makeup game. So I suggest working on your face in sections and adding as you go. Don't put a bunch of globs on your face, in my opinion. Of course, there's no wrong way to do makeup, but that's my little side note. Now we're gonna go in with concealer. I go back and forth with all of my concealers. I'm obsessed with like Maybelline, L'Oreal, whatever. But I'm gonna be going back to my Instant Age Renew from Maybelline. I love this stuff. I think it's awesome. And I mean, I just keep coming back to it. I come back to a lot of them, but this one I love so much. And this is in the color Honey. Okay, so the very last step of this, I told you it's super simple, very quick. This is going to be using my trusty Airspun loose face powder. You can use any loose face powder. You can use any powder you want, but I prefer this one. And whenever you get this foundation, you get a little poof with it. Mine's like a little dirty because it's filled with like the powder. And that's what I'm going to be using instead of my beauty blender. And that's because I'm going to be pressing the powder all over my face, and there's a good reason for this. I recommend using a loose face powder when it comes to finishing up your foundation routine, because the powder will fill in anything that's not filled in by the foundation and by the primer and by the concealer, and it'll help everything look very smooth, and it just brings it all together, in my opinion. But be careful about the loose powder, because if it is something that's too white, you might coming off looking a little ghostly. But even then, I mean, if you like that look, there's nothing wrong. I've seen a lot of girls where their faces are brighter than their body, and I don't think they look bad at all. So it's all in your own personal opinion. But as always, I'm going to be using Natural Beige, I think, or Naturally Natural, I think, is it? Yeah, Naturally Neutral. I'm going to be using, and it does whiten me up a little bit, but I don't mind because I go in with a bronzer afterwards. So yeah, that's just my little tidbit on the loose face powder. So let's go in with this powder puff, and I will show you. It gets a little messy. I don't suggest doing this in clothes that you're not going to mind having to dust off. So I'm going to go ahead and load up my poof, and I'm just going to go right onto my face. It's going to look crazy, but just roll with it, okay? Alright, I'm going to go in with a big brush. My kabuki brush is downstairs and I'm too lazy to get it. So you can use one of those really big brushes if you want. This one's also really big, and I'm going to go in and just dust off anything loose so I don't have any like weird ghost powder like I do right here on my nose, and just get rid of that powder. Alright, so this is how my foundation looks before I put on any blush, highlighter, contouring, anything else. This is just my foundation routine. I know this may seem a little ridiculous because you kind of just want to throw on your foundation and be done with that portion, but I really feel like putting in extra effort into just the foundation part has really helped the way I see my makeup, and it creates this really great base for what comes next in my makeup my whole makeup routine. So yeah, like I said, it may add some extra steps that you are just not interested in doing, and if you only take 1 or 2 steps from this, I think it'll greatly improve your foundation routine and how you see your own face when you're done with your makeup, because I know a lot of times I finish my makeup and in some spots I was patchy, in some spots I looked dry, and the whole thing was just a giant mess. So I think that this has really helped the way I see my makeup and what I do after foundation. So if you just take some of this or take all of this and use it, I think you will see an improvement, or I hope you will, as I'm just a makeup noob and I'm just doing what I think works best for me. Like I said, I know it may look a little pale, but I do add on bronzer, blush, highlighter, and so that really changes it and makes it look more natural, in my opinion. So if it looks a little too bright for you, like I said, change your face powder, go to something more your skin tone to finish off with the way I did it. You do not have to use a powder puff, by the way. You can go in with a big brush and do that whole thing with the brush. You don't have to use any kind of sponge or powder puff or anything like that, but I just find that it spreads the powder quicker and I'm able to get that done a lot faster. If you guys enjoyed this routine, please let me know down below by giving me a thumbs up. And if you're not already a brain muncher, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because we don't just do makeup here. We do vlogs, games, all kinds of things. I just enjoy sharing my hobbies and my silliness with you guys. So yeah, if you guys tried this, please let me know in the comments. I would love to know if it worked for you, what you thought. If you already have tried the NYX Honey Do Me Up, is that what it's called? Honey Do Me Up primer. Let me know what you thought about it. I felt like it was a little sticky, but I loved it. So I don't know. Let me know what you think. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate each and every view I get, every thumbs up that I get, every subscriber that I get, and I'm having a blast just doing YouTube, and it's just fun and it's great, and I have fun with you guys. Just so you know, I will be doing a 200 subscriber giveaway very, very soon. So please stay tuned, and I'll give you a little heads up for making it to the end of the video. If you are subscribed to me on YouTube and you follow me on Instagram, you're already entered. So don't forget to do both of those things. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later, Brain Munters. Bye.